Well, today, join us as Angel shows us what negative ions can do for our health before she takes us to Bear Creek Park in Kelowna. And then we're going to show you some bloopers from the first 4 shows, which is a lot of fun, before we talk to you about a very special event coming up in June. Did you know you could combat the negative effects of electromagnetic fields with negative ion jewelry? Neither did we.
I'm once again here with John Woolner, and we're going to talk a little bit about his jewelry line here that's all based towards fitness. Now I'm going to let him explain it to you.
We're talking about negative ion products, and what actually is in it is in the silicone, medical silicone product is a mineral called tourmaline, and tourmaline emits negative ions all the time, and I'll explain what that is in a minute. But it also emits another product, another mineral called germanium, which emits far infrared. And it's ground into a powder and molded into the silicone. So ions are basically atoms, either positively charged or negatively charged. A negative ion is actually good for us.
Good for you.
Tesla named them backwards back in the 17 or 1800s, whenever he discovered all electricity and all this stuff. But and positive ions are actually bad for you. Recirculated air and air pollution emits tons of positive ions. But also, the big, huge thing now is EMFs. All our wireless technology emits tons of positive ions.
And EMF stands for?
Electromagnetic frequencies.
Frequencies, exactly.
And so and our body absorbs all those frequencies. So EMFs, first off, we just get more stressed, when we're surrounded by positive ions. Also, we get positive ions affect our balance, our flexibility, and they affect our blood flow. Our blood platelets, our red blood cells, just get sticky and can't flow properly. So lots of people have circulation issues, cold hands, cold feet, can't sleep at night, all these kind of issues. A lot of it is based on these positive ions and currents messing with our frequencies in our brain. So there's a couple things you can do to protect yourselves against all these EMFs. You can move to a cave. You can move to way up in the mountains in Peru and the Andes and stuff, and you get away from a lot of it. Unfortunately, most of us can't do that.
No.
And so you need to protect yourself now against those, and there's just not a lot of options. So I wear negative ion technology on my body.
So how long have you been wearing this for?
I've been wearing them a couple years.
Okay. And you find there's a huge difference in
yeah, when you put a negative ion product on, you don't go, oh, wow, but it doesn't hit you. But things that you notice, most people, the thing they notice right away is they sleep better at night. And we've done tests. We have Legends Golf in Kamloops right by our head office, and they're in indoor golfing, so they have the computer golfing, so they can read your golf swing. They can read your hit, the speed you hit the ball at. They can read the distance that the ball would travel, and every person we've tested with them, they hit the ball, put a band on, hit the ball. They hit it 1.5 miles to 3 miles an hour faster, and 10 to 30 yards farther. Your flexibility just improves. And I'm going to show you some flexibility tests and some balance tests after. But okay, I'm going to push straight down, and you're going to resist.
Okay.
Okay. No, you got to balance. Okay, ready? Okay, I'm going to. Your balance is pretty good, but okay, try that one more time. But I'm not pushing too hard, and you're just dropping. Now we're going to get a band. So I'm just going to put that on. Now do the same thing again. No, you don't need that. Just
that's what get my power into my power
no,
back,
it's there already. You don't. Nothing you have to do. Okay, I'm going to push straight down again, and you resist.
Oh, it's a little bit better. Oh my goodness.
I'm having to push way harder. Do it again.
Take it off.
Take it off and do it again. Okay, if you just take this arm and just twist backwards, and just follow it and see how far you can turn.
That's it.
Okay, I'm going to mark it. If you put that on, here it's actually, sorry, it doesn't, these ones are hard to put on by yourself. Okay, now twist again.
Get out of town!
You went about 10 degrees farther.
There's no way!
Yeah.
Do it again! Do it again.
Okay, and I'm going to mark it this time. Okay.
The thing is, when I twisted, my back was pulling. When I had that on, my back didn't pull.
Yeah, I know. Try it again. Right to there. Okay, now here, just hold it. You don't even have to, and then just twist again. So I get the same mark.
There's no freaking...
Yes!
Do it again.
Okay, now you will get better balance, better flexibility instantly.
So what's the average cost of something like that?
These ones retail for $40. And we have them starting at $25, and then the really nice stainless steel jewelry gets up to, those are $89.
This is gorgeous.
You know, and it's yeah. And,
That's amazing.
but so it's just simple. You just put it on and wear it.
No, it's more than simple. It's just,
Yeah.
it's unreal. You know what? You gotta try this.
Yeah. So it's, if you don't live in a cave, if you don't live in way up in the Rockies or the Andes or somewhere away from all the EMFs, you need to be wearing this type of protection.
So how
It's
did
just really
you,
simple.
John?
On our website, Vatahealth, actually, .com.
Vatahealth.com.
And or you can phone direct 1-877-914 VATA or 8282.
You know what? You need to get yourself one of these bracelets. I've never had that much flexibility.
Yeah.
Cool. I love it. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And thanks for helping get the word out on this stuff.
Hi there, I'm Angel Syrette, the host of You Gotta Try This.
And I'm Mark Jennings-Bates, the producer of You Gotta Try This.
And today we're in the central Okanagan. We're at Bear Creek, which is 9 kilometers off of West Side Road, off of Highway 97. And today we're going to talk about all the benefits for you to be on this show.
Our goal with You Gotta Try This was to create something a little bit lighthearted, a little bit of fun as you can see here, but something which focuses on the unique assets for tourism that we have in the Okanagan.
I'm just starting to walk up the hill at Bear Creek here. Being one of a resident of the Okanagan for 13 years, there are so many unspoken for treasures here, and Bear Creek Park is one of them. It takes about 2 hours to walk around this park, but there's so much here to see. There's the wildlife, there's the Douglas firs, there's the spruce, there's moss, there's grass, you name it. But you're going to see Bear Creek, and you're going to see different views of Bear Creek all over the place here. And it all leads right back to our beautiful Okanagan Lake. This is one of the reasons why you have to be on the show, because we're special. One of the things about living in the Okanagan is we're very prone to wildfires just because of our dry climate here. In 2011, the Bear Creek was hit by a wildfire, as you can see behind me with all the burnt trees. But the fortunate thing is Mother Nature takes care of itself, and usually what happens is we get all the beautiful vegetation that comes back. Our vision for You Gotta Try This is to absolutely show how beautiful our area is to the outside world, and also to the people that actually live here. What do you think, Mark?
Well, you know, I've worked as a realtor in the Okanagan for many, many years, and everybody says, what can I do in the Okanagan? What's the weather like in the Okanagan? What can I do in the winter? And so we decided we'd show you directly on the TV show what it is that you can do right here in the Okanagan.
And we're not talking about the things that you gotta do, we're talking about things you gotta see, the things you gotta be, what am I talking about? Anything that's exciting.
So if you have a company here, this is one of the best ways for you to get your message across about what you offer in the Okanagan, because everybody who's looking at this is about to come here either as a tourist or possibly a homeowner.
And the fortunate thing about it too is we've been paying close attention to all the statistics that we have posting our stuff online. And we have an awful lot of people coming from the European countries watching the show.
Yeah, you probably know like I do that nobody watches more than 4 minutes on YouTube, right? It's wrong. They're watching our whole show, the whole 27 minutes. It's so cool.
27 minutes.
So what we can offer you is the ability to produce a 7-minute professional segment for our show, Lighthearted. It's a look at your company and the fun that you offer other people in terms of your activity or your business. We'll give you a copy to use however you choose to, but it'll also be parceled inside one of the TV shows and get you some tremendous exposure right around the world.
You really got to try this.
These are some of the reasons why you have to try this in the Okanagan. And why would you actually should hire us to do a show? Eh?
Yes! Mark and Angel show.
On the edge, I'm at Waterfront Wines with the award-winning chef Mark Vatahealth in the Cultural District. No, that did not come out right. I'm at Waterfront Wines. Okay, let's go. Demi provato questo. That's not even right. Demi provato questo. Refrigeration that keeps this little place here for all us families to come down and enjoy. It keeps it refrigerated. Refrigerated. Everybody likes a refrigerator. That's where we keep our beer in our Frigidaire. Don't cheat. Hi there, I'm in Big White in the beautiful British Columbia, Canada, and I'm here with David Webb, who runs rent chalets. I'm sorry. That's her pucker look. Me? Was that me? This isn't Desperate Housewives of Rutland. Well, maybe it could be. We'll fit in the car, Mark.
How are you doing, Jackie? I don't know yet. All right. I can't get. Jeez. Ed, wait for me. God. The brothers, they're Bob and Doug McKenzie.
All right.
That's the modern treadmill. But I love this song. Woohoo! Guess where I'm at? Geez, Mark, if you want sound, you gotta plug your earplugs in, pal. I am so excited. I am here at Prospera Place, downtown Kelowna, for the season. No, sorry.
merchandise shop. So Kim, tell us a little bit about how happy you are about the Rockets. Oh, sorry, hold on.
Okay, don't worry about it. That's the fun. And then figure it out. Kate, we're rolling. Whenever you want to.
Costin and Ellis, I believe.
That's right.
Oh, we just lost something. Pop goes the weasel. Where are we?
The Laurel Packing House. You can do that again.
I don't know anything about the Laurel Packing House. Okay. Sally, tell me a little bit about this brick wall.
I didn't know it was there. That's gonna be a good one. Sorry, I hope I didn't. What's that? No, but you're gonna have a big old picture of my ass going into the camera. Sorry, Mark.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Well, hello. We're here at Okanagan Lipo Laser and Spa, and today, I'm like, am I that loud? Test.
So it's good to look sound.
Well, hello. We're at Okanagan Lipo Laser and Spa down on Bernard in downtown Kelowna. Today we're going to be trying the full motion body vibration. I cannot wait to get on there and shake, rattle, and roll. Now, according to studies, this is an amazing tool for reducing fat, reducing. We're going to try the Vata Vibe Slim? I'm talking to you, Mark, sorry.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking at this, but I'll answer you.
Okay, no problem. Full body vibration. What is it again?
Whole body vibration therapy.
Okay. Today we're going to try the whole body vibration therapy by Vata Vibe. It is a machine that you actually stand on, and it helps you burn fat. It helps you burn it helps you build lean muscle. It helps you burn cellulite, burn fat. It also increases your flexibility and longevity. So I'm quite excited to try this out today to see what happens. And what else can I say here? Okay.
You can do a bit of shake.
We can go back and edit a bunch of this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Today we're going to try the Vata Vibe Slim. It.
That one.
Woo! Look at this, I put on my leotards today. Bring it on. Today you get the pleasure of watching me shake, rattle, and roll, but honestly, I tucked it all in today, so you're not going to get to see too much of it. But I'm really excited. We're going to meet John Woolner, who owns the Vata Vibe Slime. You. I can't get my merds fixed. The Vata, okay, come back to it. The Vata Vibe Slim Machine.
Over a year, just over a year.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. So, do you want me to wait till he's done back there?
Yes. Woo! And then you set the speed of the vibration. Because I've been coming here for a while, I'll go high.
I kind of like your voice. It sounds funny.
Yeah.
I can't stop laughing.
Tingly.
I know.
But we're not on now, are we? We're not talking.
Yeah, keep talking.
Okay, we're good.
Because I started running, I find this is really, really good. Really, really good. You can feel really, really good. You can feel really, really good. You can feel.
Get out of town!
You went about 10 degrees farther.
There's no way! Do it again! Okay.
Right to there.
Okay.
Okay, now here, just hold it. You don't even have to, and then just twist again. So I get the same mark.
There's no freaking way.
It's on film.
I'm here with Mark Jennings Bates. He is globally known for his adventure skills, eh, Mark?
A little bit. I've had a couple.
Not to mention he is a real advocate for charity work in the business. He and his wife, Jackie Jennings Bates, both have a wonderful charity called Rally for Life. You want to tell us a little bit about Rally for Life first, Mark?
Yeah, sure. That's a very important part of my life. That's really Jackie's vision to help people around the world. For a long time she wanted to help solve some problems, and we sat down several years ago now and just said, okay, how do we tackle this, and how do we tackle it in a fairly big way? We just didn't want it to be a small one-off event, and it's actually turned into the rest of our lives now. It really, Rally for Life owns us. It's great.
But it's funny that you said to tackle certain things. What type of things are you trying to tackle? Because we're talking on a global scale. So with Rally for Life, what you do is you tell us a little bit about where you go.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, the foundation for life, we believed, after a lot of discussion and research, was water.
Yes.
We looked at solving some other problems like AIDS. You know, there's so many AIDS orphans in Africa, and we thought, well, we could build some children's homes. And when you looked at building children's homes, then we realized, well, they're dying because they don't have water.
Yes.
So we thought, okay, let's tackle the first problem, which is getting these kids and adults water to stop them from dying. And they're dying at every 20 seconds. A child under 5 dies at the moment.
Well, you have to have a big heart to do what you're doing. So I guess this would lead us into, you have an event coming up, Mark. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I do. It's called The Accidental Journey, and maybe it's a mirror of what's happened in Jackie's and my life over the last little while, but really, if you look at our whole world, maybe we're all on an accidental journey of some sort. And so we've brought together a group of speakers to Kelowna on June the 19th at the Kelowna Community Theatre, who are going to talk about this subject, the accidental journey. And there's a few very interesting topics in there. We want to talk about the fact that really what happens in life is not very accidental. It happens for a reason. Sometimes we need to search for that reason and see what it is. And then the other important point I want to get across is that a lot of the times we think things are accidental, we think we're not getting the results that we want, but sometimes we just need to wind up our focus or our effort just 1% more. And it makes a massive difference. For an athlete, that's the difference between a podium and not getting on the podium.
Yeah.
Just 1% more effort. And so what would happen, would our lives transform if we just put in 1% more effort? And we're at a time in our economy where I think it behooves all of us to put in that little extra difference and kick it up a little bit more. And if you go back to another era, if you go back to the Second World War, the women of our world were credited with literally saving the world. I mean, they suddenly jumped into ammunition factories and they started working, and they let the guys go to war. I mean, that's not necessarily a good thing, but it's an example of what we can do if we just think, okay, we need to work hard, we need to do things differently. And so that's what we want to talk about, is doing things differently.
So how does somebody actually make that shift though? Because you know, you talk about the 1% and how important it is in your life, and you know, because you traveled around, you know exactly what that 1% can do. So how does somebody here in Canada, for instance, make that 1%? What is that 1%? Is that you know, donating an extra dollar, or is that contacting different organizations? What is that 1%?
It starts with a mental thought, and that's if you talk to an adventurer or an entrepreneur, a businessman, that effort at the end is really mental. It's hanging in. It's doing something that sometimes you don't believe you can do. Everybody's looking at you and saying, well, you could never do that. You couldn't finish on the podium. You couldn't be a world champion monster truck driver. You couldn't do those things. But you're just hanging on to that thought that I believe I can. And I think it's the same for everybody who maybe looks at their bank account and says, well, how do I give money to charity? I don't have any.
Yeah.
Well, it starts with a thought and the belief that you can make a difference. And literally, somebody called me from England yesterday and said, I'm going to ride my motorbike around the world. She's a young lady. She's going to ride a motorbike solo around the world. And she said, I want people to donate £2 to my cause, and £1.60 is going to go to your charity Rally for Life, and I'm going to use 40 pence to fund my trip.
Yeah. And
I thought, well, that's a fantastic thing. But she said, what does £1.60 do? What can I tell people £1.60 does? And £1.60 is about $2.30 maybe. And I said, Steph, that's water for a person.
That's a coffee at Timmy's every day.
Yeah, it's a coffee, a cup of tea, it's half a beer. But we're talking, for a child in Africa, we're talking about 8 years of safe water.
For $2.30.
For $2.30, 8 years of water. So when you're in that moment where you're sitting down, you're thinking, can I really make a difference? I have no money. you can literally go pick up some pop cans, to be honest, and take them back to the recycling depot, and you can get your £1.60 and you can give it to a charity, and it can make a huge difference in somebody else's life.
That'd be important. So with all these different adventures, Mark, I know that sometimes the question comes up, how do you fund the adventures? Because there's always the stigma about charities using money to go on adventures. So why don't you tell us how you fund all these adventures that you go on?
Yeah, I think the confusion is natural, because every time I do an adventure, I promote Rally for Life, and so I think people automatically assume that Rally for Life, the charity, pays for me to go on the adventures, and that would sure be nice if somebody paid for me to go on the adventures. Well, it wouldn't actually, because it would mean that people wouldn't get the money that needed it, and so we said we will not do that. We did discuss it many years ago. We said, okay, what if we raised $100,000 and used $5,000 to do the adventure? We said, no, that's not good enough. All of the money needs to go to charity. And so the way the adventures are funded is Jackie's and my money personally. Our savings, frankly, have been used to do the adventures. And then I have some very kind corporations that I work with as well that sponsor me, and we promote their products or services or their business. And so they're funded completely independent of the charity, but they always focus on raising money for the charity. So there's a benefit to the charity, not a negative at all.
So there you got it. How often do you give of yourself? That's a huge 1%. Why not join Mark for the Accidental Journey at the Kelowna Community Theatre on June 19th? And like we said, there's 2 sets of tickets that you can purchase. You can be there at 5:30 to meet all the VIPs for $40, or the doors open to all the regular ticket holders of $20 at 6:45.
Come and join us.
Yeah, for the Accidental Journey.